Welcome back. We want to get a check of the move we're seeing today in shares of Tesla during today's session, as well as this week. The stock is on track for its best week in nearly 3 months as the broader market also heads for weekly advances. Yahoo Finance's own Jared Blikre is here with more. And Jared, break it down for us.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the charts here at the Wi-Fi Interactive. This is a one-year chart of Tesla. This is at record high, just short of 1,250. By the way, I'm going to show a 2-year chart just first so I can show you that this decline right here, although it kind of overshadowed by this one here, is actually about the same. That's a 40% decline. This is a 43% decline, just to show that this happens regularly with some of these stocks. Now, here's the 1 year, and we are right up against a very, very important level here. Should call it an area because we have all this price action in here that investors have memory of, and we have to push through that. So right around 900, I think we have some decent momentum, probably going to stall a bit. If it goes up, it's going to look something like that. If it goes down, it's going to look something like that. And we'll have to see what happens there. But really nice week for tech overall and a lot of the disruption names. So we'll get to that in a second. Also want to get to some breaking news on GM. A little bit of a different chart here, but the news is they're having to recall their their EV Hummer. Now, there aren't really a lot of these on the road, so I guess that's fortunate for GM. A lot of customers are waiting for the new, I believe, the Cadillac Lyriq and the Silverado. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But General Motors, they're not having the best launch, as we've seen with some of these other stocks. So since we have a little bit of time, let's see what the week was in the market here. So for today, we have communication services right here, consumer discretionary and tech. Those are the leaders. Those are the mega cap sectors. So if we take a look at what's happening in the NASDAQ, not surprisingly, we're seeing a lot of love for those mega cap names. Mentioned Tesla here. Nvidia's up 5%, Facebook up 2%. And just take a look at the 5-day price action. You can see Nvidia up 18% right there. Amazon up 9%, Tesla up 13%. So nice to see that. Also taking a look at the sector action, you'll notice that energy, the only sector mired in the red, that says WTI crude, crashed and fell into a bear market in literally days after reaching multi-year highs, the highest since 2008. So that's more of a commodities play. But you take a look at what's happened in the leadership board. XLY, that's consumer discretionary. That has Amazon that we were just taking a look at, tech, financials, healthcare, all of those outperforming. By the way, healthcare has really staged a nice comeback. Let me show you a year-to-date chart. It has really been outperforming some of its sector peers, and on a relative strength basis is one of the leaders. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at some of our other boards here. I like to look at our leaders board for purposes of sentiment, and you can see in the upper left, KWEB. That is a Chinese internet ETF. We saw a huge short covering rally. By the way, best week ever for KWEB. ARK, second best week ever. That's coming back. I guess I'll leave it there. IPOs, cannabis, internet, gambling, chip stocks, software, all of those are performing and outperforming nicely. You'll notice to the downside, only regional banks down about 0.5%. So kind of interesting to track that. Emily.